It's real nice. Rock and roll. Welcome, you guys. Good evening. Nice to see you guys. I had fun working on this stuff. I certainly did. Old Toby. I don't know. I'm stuck in here all weekend by myself with the doors locked. Oh man, I had to take salt, right? You know, because I live on the battlefield, and so you have to put salt all the way around the entire apartment, you know, at least in a circle where we are, right? And I put a skull fence outside, a death fence, to keep all the bad spirits out and shit. And I put a nithong. I have a nithong. I have a troll nithong. I hang it on the door. So the little demons, they get halfway up the stairs and they say they see the nithong, right? They got the freaking troll with the big bulging glowing eyeballs. Scares shit out of them every time. They leave their candy there for me. No shit, they leave me candy. I put a bucket of carrots outside with a sign on it that says, "Eat healthy, happy Halloween." Gandalf. I haven't been out of here. I'm trying to get out of here. That's why I need an electric wheelchair. So I can get the hell out of here on the battlefield. I'm never going to come home again. I'm not. I'm just going to pitch a tent that I could just roll my electric wheelchair into a tent. And I could just camp out in the tent. Just take it with me, man. I'm out of here. I'm going to the Grand Canyon. See ya. Right? Roll it to the truck stop. Charge it up. Keep going. Roll MS all the way across America. Maybe I will, just like Forrest Gump. You guys are going to get free t-shirts. Yeah, my grandfather used to do that, dude. With me, and he called it kabooby traps. My grandfather used to do that, man. He was from the Smoky Mountains when I was a little kid. The same thing, Brett, right on. So you said punji traps. My granddad called them kabooby traps. But yeah, it's the same thing. We'll catch them. We'll go around the house. Scare the shit out of me. You guys want to hear a fun Halloween story? Oh my gosh, you guys are a riot. So I'm probably 5 years old, and my grandparents lived in a tiny little rural town in central Illinois in the cornfields called Grand Ridge. As an 1898 Victorian farmhouse, they're very common. And if you Google that image, Google search image, you'll see it. That's very common for the era. And so we go out to my grandfather's house out in the country because he wanted us to come out and he wanted to see us in our costumes. And I was always like Casper the Ghost, right? I like ghosts were cool. And so we get out there and our grandparents, we do the whole candy thing and everything. And then my grandfather wants to show us a magic trick, right? So you guys remember R. Lee Ermey from Full Metal Jacket? That's exactly what my grandfather looked, just like that guy, right? But he talked like the Warner Brothers cartoon character Foghorn Leghorn. That's what my grandfather talked like, but he looked like R. Lee Ermey. Now you got the picture in your head, right? So he wants to show me a magic trick. Bungee traps, right on. And so he's going to show me a Houdini escape magic trick. And so and everyone's watching. My brothers are there, my mom's there and stuff, right? And I'm sitting on this stool, and he takes out this rope, and he like he wraps my legs, the rope around my legs. He's bounding me to the stool. I'm like 5, right? Blonde hair, blue eyes, right? So he bounds me to this stool, and everyone's just doesn't know what's going on. We've never seen this before. And so then he ties my arms, right? I'm tied to this stool. He's like, all right, I'm going to teach you to get out. Are you ready? And then he says, yeah, I have to blindfold you. The magic won't work, right? And then I can hear him like whispering, right? To the best of my memory. See, some things I can remember really well. So then he goes, are you ready? Are you ready? You're going to escape the magic trick. We're going to release you. And I said, yeah, this is cool, Grandpa, this is cool. And so somebody took the blindfold off, right? And there, my grandfather was like 6'6". He was really tall. There's a freaking ghost right in front of me. Holy shit, right? Oh my God, there's like this freaking big, tall freaking ghost, white sheet with the eyeballs looking at me with the holes cut. And I got out of that stool. I got out of those ropes. I got out of that freaking stool in about a second flat and ran like hell. And so my grandfather, after everything was all calmed down, I said, see, I showed you how to get out of that. I taught you a magic trick, a Houdini escape trick. Thought I'd share the Halloween story from days of old. That was probably 1973. Thanks for listening, y'all. I like reminiscing and sharing. No shit, man. I was out of that damn stool so fast. It was scary as shit. I still remember it. And so after my grandfather died, my grandpa died, I think in 1980, 1982. It was not long after his funeral. I'm laying in bed, it's dark. And you know what? When I was a kid, I was afraid of the dark. So what did I do? I forced myself to lay in bed and keep my eyes open until I wasn't afraid of the dark. And so not soon after that, I'm laying in bed. It's after my grandpa's funeral, probably a week or two after it. And there's this glow in my window, just like that light on the screen right now. It's blue like that. And so I get up and I look towards my window, right? On Main Street. And there's my grandpa, but he's like a blue glow, like this. I'm not putting you on. I'm not telling you guys a fairy tale. That was probably my first paranormal experience ever. And he was just looking in the window and then he was gone. I never forgot it. Happy Halloween. True story. People in my life, upon their death, they visit me. I can't see them, but something will come to mind. A song like this make me think of my grandmother, right? Because my grandmother taught me all about Tolkien, right? And then I'd be smelling something and I'd think about those blueberry muffins she used to make. Okay? And now my grandma died a long time ago. I'm just giving you guys an analogy. But things like that will happen where a song, I'll just have to hear that song. It reminds me of that friend. And then I'll think of that food and I'll smell it. And then the very next day, somebody will call me and will tell me that my friend had passed away. It was like a visitation. And then I would get news soon after that that friend had passed away. And I'd been sitting there thinking of that person, playing tunes, maybe send a text message, and then I'd find out that that person's gone. So there's a couple of my stories I thought I would share, a little spooky, I guess, a little supernatural. Thanks for listening.